Hello students, I Kamlesh Kumar. Welcome to all of you at my YouTube channel Social Science Academy. We are studying the chapter of civics, the union government, the legislature. In this chapter, in the first part of this video of the chapter, we have already seen that difficult words and introduction of the chapter. Now in this video we will see how legislative powers have been divided by the constitution in the constitution at the different levels of the government. So let us see here. To ensure that the union and the state governments have a definite jurisdiction of legislative powers without any conflict or overlapping of functioning, the makers of the constitution enumerated and divided all the subjects on which laws could be made into three lists, and these lists are union list, state list and concurrent list. So first, union lists are those lists which are nationally important, state lists are those lists which are important for states, and concurrent lists are those lists where items are included for importance of the state as well as nation. So these are the lists. Let us see. All the 97 subjects of the union list are of national importance. Only the parliament has the exclusive power to legislate on them. Some of the subjects in the union list are defense, foreign affairs, war and peace, railways, post office, currency, foreign exchange, etc. Means total there are 97 subjects in this union list, and they are important for the national importance, on which only central government or parliament can make laws. No state will make laws on these subjects which are included in the union list, and these are subjects like defense, foreign affairs, war, peace, railways. You have never seen that on railways the Bihar government or UP government are making law, or regarding defense of the country any state government are making law. It is made by the parliament. So that is union list. Now let us see the state list. The state list contains 66 subjects like police, local government, public health and sanitation, agriculture, forest, etc. The state legislature has exclusive power to make laws on these subjects, but in certain circumstances the parliament can also make laws on subjects mentioned in the state list. So in the state list, those subjects are included which are important for the local importance. Like suppose police is the requirement of police varies from state to state. Those states where violence, where corruption, where crimes are very very high, there will be different requirement. Those states where peace exists, there will be different requirements. So the state governments can make laws on the basis of their local circumstances, but in certain circumstances the parliament can also make on the subjects mentioned in this state list, and that cases might be if there is implementation of state emergency or such things are there in the state. So the parliament can also make on such subjects. The third is a concurrent list, on which both center and state can make laws, but if there will be conflict, the central law will prevail. So which has 52 subjects. It has been modified. It has 47 subjects and includes subjects such as marriage and divorce, transfer of property other than agricultural land, adulteration of foodstuffs, drugs and medicines, labor, welfare, etc. The parliament as well as the state legislature both may make laws on the subjects enlisted in the concurrent list, but in case of conflict the central law prevails over the state list. Means on the same subject, if the laws are made by state government as well as central government, and the conflict arises, then state law will be dismissed and the central law will prevail. These subjects not included in the above mentioned three list or any such matter which will arise with passage of time comes under the center, and the parliament can make laws on it. Means those subjects which have been not mentioned in all these three lists, it falls under the residuary list and on those lists central government will make laws. So those subjects are computer, software, hardware, e-commerce, information technology, which came into existence later after the implementation of the constitution. So it was kept in residuary subjects, and in this subject the parliament can make laws. So let us now study the three main organs of the union government. In this chapter we shall study about the union legislature. So in next video we will discuss in detail about the union legislature. Till then, keep watching. If you are liking my video, please press on like button and subscribe my channel so that you will get earliest notification of the new videos. Thanks. Keep watching.